This is a bit of writing about a lady that I knew of, and it's a bit of fantasy. And it's called The Painted Lady of Chambon Voueize. The Painted Lady of Chambon Voueize was not the flighty kind, more a bon viveur, a restaurateur, and a woman much maligned. Not for herself, she was much like an elf, but her mystery provoked an awe. Her beauty was matched only by the colours of the clothes she wore. She arrived astride a horse each day to a place in a valley so green, where men would flock to drink and talk and take the food of their fairy queen. They'd dine on fare that changed each day, and their minds became bedazzled. L'entrée, mains, dessert et du vin led to their heads being frazzled. Thoughts of love and lust invaded them all, but just for the painted lady. Nobody knew what was in their brew, but like the enchantress, it was so shady. She surveyed the patrons in her magical domain with an air so very haughty, then flounced on toes that were so light with a hint of a smile so naughty. The few women who had the front to be there were shocked but also admired. The control she had over a room full of men left them all being totally inspired. Some were skeptical and others jealous, but all had that envious streak of the control she had over men good and bad, and leaving them unable to speak. Any hostility was soon forgotten, as benefits were there to be sure. For those women who had a hunger, a desire for love that was possibly a little impure, their men were affected to a height unknown with regards to bodily passion. The women were sated and so content that making love had to be put on ration. The Painted Lady of Chambon Voueize had a face that would make men crumble. Some would collapse in tears with others, while others just stuttered and stumbled, a bit like me then. Her hair was orange with strands of green that matched the nails on her feet. Green eyes, scarlet lips, orange mascara, all added to her being offbeat. Her dresses were loud and swirled as she floated across the dining room floor. Fingerless gloves of purple lace that tempted the weak to explore. She would purr and mooey, then hide behind a fan of pure gold leaf, with darting eyes that gave nothing away, destroying all belief in those that craved and hungered for desire and thought love was just for fools, but realizing at last that this greatest sensation was truly the crown of all jewels. So soft was her voice, her words appeared to float and invite the enchanted. In their minds they were chosen, and the summons had been implanted. But to touch this vision was out of bounds, and looking was the only vice allowed to those who were hypnotized and dared to risk the price. At the end of the day she would ride away on her steed that was silver grey, leaving behind a trail of lost souls who could have been led astray. But this magnificent woman rode swiftly on to her chateau and her bow. For yes, she had some feelings true for one who made her heart glow. The spell she cast on men rich and poor was not just for the love of money. It was to keep herself as well as her lover in a life of milk and honey. The end.